The last topic in the business environment chapter is demonetization. This topic is discussed here because this one event or one action by the government had a significant effect on the Indian economy. On the 8th of November of 2016, Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji appeared on an unscheduled television broadcast and announced the immediate demonetization of all 500 rupee and 1000 rupee banknotes. These banknotes could still be used only for specific transactions like paying various taxes or paying for petrol or for buying medicines or for medical expenses in hospitals. Otherwise, they had to be deposited or exchanged in any bank before a cutoff date. A couple of major objectives of this demonetization exercise were to flush out the black money from the economy, and because fake currencies were mainly being circulated in large denominations, demonetization could render such fake notes unusable. And historically, this was not the first time that such a demonetization was done. Previously, demonetization of banknotes had been done in 1946 and in 1978. But in 1946 or in 1978, the size of the Indian economy was much smaller. And also, these large denomination notes were mainly being held by very wealthy people. So the impact of the demonetization was probably quite minimal. But in 2016, the 500 rupees and the 1000 rupee notes represented around 86% of the overall value of the currency in circulation at that time. And depending on which reports you read, some people argue that demonetization had a severe negative impact on the economy. It mainly affected small businesses and it led to loss of jobs, etc. Others argue that the negative impacts were only for a brief period, but the positive effects can be seen in the long run. When we look at how demonetization affected different parts of the economy, cash transactions suddenly declined because people were not willing to accept the demonetized notes. Bank deposits increased because everyone was depositing these notes in their bank accounts, and this led to an increased savings rate. Real estate prices decreased. The stock market indices also saw a decrease. But gold prices increased because a number of people used these demonetized notes to go and buy gold jewelry. Since the currency notes were in short supply, usage of NEFT, IMPS, debit and credit cards increased significantly. Even people who had never used any form of digital payments earlier were forced to learn. Wallet and UPI apps like Paytm, PhonePe and Google Pay became very popular. Every shop and every vendor started to have a QR code. Income tax and GST collections increased due to digitization because cash transactions were reduced. But when it comes to black money and fake currency, some experts estimated that there was a very limited effect, whereas others disagree. But overall, demonetization did not fully achieve all its intended goals.